So this is part 2 of my DVD box. I've just finished filming my video for my pickups, and I said I was going to watch at least one DVD if I can today, because I've not watched any in the series for part 2 yet, and I want to do this every couple of weeks, every couple of Sundays. So I need to have watched 5 by the time we get to Sunday, or probably by Friday, Saturday, so I can edit it and get it all up on a Sunday. So I had a whole week and I didn't watch one, so I need to catch up today, and we'll show you what's next in the next in the box. So here we are. Better move my apple juice. So next in the box, what do we have? I think that was the last one I watched. Was A Fair to Remember, wasn't it? So the next one in the box, I have. Now this is a difficult one, okay? Because this one here is Moonstruck. Now, when I say a difficult one, because these DVD boxes, I do go out through them periodically, okay, and just check if I've got any of them on Blu-ray. Now, very recently, I said that I didn't have that one. And very, very kindly, Roy sent me a copy of it. So I don't actually need that DVD because I've got the Blu-ray here. So I should watch the Blu-ray, and that one can come out the DVD box and be replaced by another one, can't it? So, you know, the DVD is there, but I do have the Blu-ray, so I'm probably best to watch on Blu-ray. I'm just having a think. I'm actually, me and my son, on every November, we also watch all the Harry Potters. So it's actually still in my player, the last one. So I need to take that out and put that in before I put Moonstruck in. So let's just take the Harry Potter out. Get it back in its box. That's the first time I actually watched Harry Potter on 4K as well. And it was really good. Some of the detail in the space. My son even pointed out, he goes, you can see Harry Potter's got a small moustache in the first one. I was like, now that's detail. That's detail for you. So let's get Moonstruck on. Or should I watch the DVD? Don't know. It mate, you know, you want to watch it in the best quality. I've got the best quality. I should just watch it in there. So so is this sort of ruining my DVD box thing? I don't know. But if I see ones like that I've got on Blu-ray, I will change it up, but I will watch them. And also, the other thing just to remember is that if I do have them, if I do come across any like TV series in the boxes, then I'm just going to skip that, because I don't want to watch TV series while I'm watching the films from the box. So if there's like TV series in that, I'll probably skip them as well. But I just feel like I'm cheating because I'm not watching the DVD. You know what? Let's put the DVD on. No, I can't. I'm just debating. You want to watch it in the best quality possible, don't you? No, let's put the DVD. Let's put the DVD on. Got the DVD. No, I can't. I'm sorry. I'm gonna watch the Blu-ray. No, I'm not. Honestly, can't debate myself anymore. What do you think? You know what? I might ask Roy. Okay. Roy and Larry both agree. We should watch the Blu-ray, so that's what we're going to do. Watch it in the best quality you've got. And the Blu-ray is the best quality I've got. So the DVD will be retired at my box. And we'll watch the Blu-ray. So let's pop it in. Once I get open, that is. Let's pause this. You don't need to wait for me to slice the Blu-ray. So here we go with Moonstruck. Hello. So I've just finished watching Moonstruck, and actually enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. It starts off with a widow played by Cher, who's 37 years old, and she's essentially going to uh, get married to this older gentleman. And she's in the restaurant, and he's asking her to marry her, and she accepts. But when she comes home, sort of like a typical Italian family, she's living with her parents, or typical 80s Italian. She's living with her parents in a like big brownstone in New York, and or is it a brownstone? That's what they look like to me, anyway. And she comes home, and her mum asks her if she loves loves her, and loves him. She goes, no, but I do like him. And she's all happy about getting married. He has to go off for a month to see his dying mother, and she thinks she's had a little bad luck. So what happens from there is that essentially he asks the man who's getting married to Johnny asks her to speak to her brother, his brother, about coming to the wedding. I could see this coming a mile off, and the brother's played by Nicolas Cage, who's got one hand in it because he's no forgive his brother because there was an accident and he lost his hand. But there's some typical, you can see typical Nicolas Cage moments in there, and you can see him developing into the actor that he did. Then I think this must be one of his earlier films. It's definitely one of his earlier films, and they get on and they feel guilty, and then the brother's coming back, and then there's a whole side plot of our mother and father. Her father's having an affair, and there's some other romances going on, and it's all to do with they seem to do they seem to be blaming this on the moon, so to speak, because it's a big full moon and it's supposed to make you amorous or whatever it's supposed to do. But they're all guilty, and she's trying to go to tell the fiance that when he comes back, she's not going to marry him. But turns out he goes back and his mother doesn't want to marry her because she's been dying and she's not. And then, I actually thought it was a really, really good film. I would recommend it. That's not a movie that I thought I would have sat down and thought, all right, I'm really going to enjoy this. I was thinking I got it. I got it on DVD because it was an earlier Nicolas Cage movie, and I'd heard about the scene with the hand, but I completely forgot about that until I actually put it on. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. I have to say, it surprised me that I really enjoyed it. So maybe watching these DVD movies, as I said, in order is the way to go to increase your film knowledge. Maybe get yourself out your comfort zone in movies that you've not and that you don't think you might enjoy. But would I chose to just take that off my Blu-ray shelf? Probably would eventually. Could have sat there another 5 years though. But it is now watched and actually really enjoyed it. So I hope you've enjoyed this little bit of DVD review. I'll go on to the next one. I'm going to try and watch the second one today if I can, but I've got a few things to do. So why don't we go over to the box and see what the next one in the box is? Let's go walk over there. I put it on my stand so I didn't have to hold it there. There. But what we'll do is I'll just stop this so I can edit and put Moonstruck up here like this so I don't have to hold it. Right, let's stop and let's go over and see what the next one is. The DVD box, I say, this Moonstruck DVD is going to be retired because I've got the Blu-ray, so I don't need it any longer. Let's take the Blu-ray out the player. And let's see what the next one is going to be from the box. See if I live long enough. If I live long enough and I got through all these boxes of DVDs, this would be some accomplishment of a series. It really would. I think it'd take me about 20 years to get through it. Yeah, I think I'll keep doing it. I'm going to keep doing this. I really do. Like, this is a good worthy thing. So, where were we? We're at Moonstruck, because that was on the other side of A Fair to Remember, wasn't it? So, we're on that. But that is number 6 we watched. So, what's next? What's next in the box? Perfect Creature. Perfect Creature. Do I skip ones that I've already watched recently? Maybe I should do that as well, but yeah. Perfect Creature's next. Let's just put it in the player so it's ready to be watched when I get a minute or two. Definitely going to watch it today if I can. And I'll be back with my thoughts on that one. I'll catch you next time. This is all going to be edited together, so I'll be in about 30 seconds for you. Goodbye. Hello, folks. I wanted to talk about the movie I watched in my DVD collection box set last night, and I watched Perfect Creature. First of all, have I got a guest here? I do. Is that a cookie? It is, look. Perfect Creature is a vampire movie starring Dougray Scott, a lady actress that I don't know her name. Oh, the lights are getting right in the way there, aren't they? Let's fix that. Oh, well, that's better. And basically, vampires and humans live together in this sort of constructed world. Like it's like sort of like in the First World War setting, where vampires have not been eating humans, but humans worship vampires as priests and they give them their blood. And a plague sort of well, not a plague, a mystery sort of happens where not mystery. I'm getting this wrong. A crime occurs where a vampire actually kills a human, and that's never happened before because the humans worship them and they just give them their blood. And this leads to an investigation by one of the vampires, priests, Dougray Scott, and a female police officer. And the female police officer and Dougray Scott solve this crime in a certain way, and they find out that the reason that the vampire was killing people was because he was trying to infuse a human with vampire DNA so she could give birth, because no vampires had been born in 70 years. But I'm going to be honest with you, I do like a vampire film. But the problem with that is I just didn't get on with this one. It didn't. The setting of it, I don't know what it's Dougray Scott. I think he's a great actor, but in this, he just seemed like he was flat. The story itself was predictable, and I just didn't enjoy it. So, of course, going to move on to the next one. I'm not going to say much more than that about it. It actually was a slog to get through, is the truth. So, maybe other people have got different opinions on Perfect Creature, but I just felt that was a not so great one. Alright, let's get on to the next one and see what is in the box. Alright, let's see what's in the box on the next one. There's a clue on the top of some of them in here, I suppose. We're on number 6, weren't we? That's 6. So that's 6, yeah. We watched Moonlight. But that was actually pretty good, that one. Let's get this one. Right, I'll put that one back in the packet after. So that's 6. What's next? Now, the next one is The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance. Now, I've seen this one recently, so do I go ahead and watch it, or do I skip it and go to the next one? Because I have actually watched this DVD very recently. No, let's watch it. Let's watch it. Let's do that in the order I intended. Let's watch it. Hello. I finished watching The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance last night, and you know what? I said I wasn't going to watch it because I watched it recently. Just get the words right. But I couldn't remember a lot about it, and when I rewatched it, I actually really enjoyed it. Again, it's a great western. John Wayne, Jimmy Stewart, Lee Van Cleef, and Lee Marvin in it, and it's a story about a man who has some morals and doesn't want to do violence and shooting with guns, but he actually ends up having to do that because he has to stand up for himself. But he's not exactly the greatest gunshot in the world. But there's a guy who John Wayne plays, Tom Donovan, who helps him with that. I'm not going to say too more about the movie. I really enjoyed it. I think it was a great western in black and white. And I tell you what, the DVD picture quality was actually really good. I can't imagine what that looks like on 4K. But for now, I've just got the DVD. Well, it was a really, really good one, that one. And that is The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance. Hello, folks. It's time for movie number 4 in the DVD box list, or the DVD. Well, what's in the DVD box series? You've seen another 3. This is the 4th one coming up. This one I've not seen for a long time as well. The Village. I don't believe this has a Blu-ray. Let's go on to that one. Hello, folks. It is Sunday morning, and I watched The Village on Friday night. I should have probably recorded my thoughts on The Village on Friday night, but it was too late. Also, I should have done it yesterday, but I was just so busy yesterday. Went to karate, went to see my wife's dad in the hospital, went to ice hockey. So it's Sunday morning, it's really early. Well, I say really early on a Sunday for me. I've already been shopping, and everybody's still sleeping, apart from my daughter who went to the gym. And I've got a couple of hours, so I thought I might go on to my 5th DVD. So I said I would do them every 2 weeks, but I haven't got through 5 DVDs in 2 weeks. Yes, we hear you, Cookie. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to film my thoughts on The Village, have a quick shower, then I'm going to watch the last one. So The Village is a story of, it's M. Night Shyamalan film. It stars Joaquin Phoenix, the dad who Lost in Space, the film. I'm going to think of what his name is. And I'll put the cover up here like I usually do, and you'll be able to see it. But I'm sure I've seen The Village before, and it had a really meaningful twist. It must have been another film where there was a village in it. I think it was. Is there another film with Village with John Cusack in it? Because this isn't the film I thought it was. But basically, it's a story of people who have got fed up with living in the city because of all the violence. They've decided to go and live in this wildlife park and build a town, and then say to all their kids nobody can go to anywhere else by doing this sort of scam where there's these evil people in the woods and you're not allowed to go into the woods. But their experiment fails because there is a bit of violence and somebody gets really hurt. And that's Joaquin Phoenix's character. And I think it's based on the Amish, I think. Maybe. And this blind girl who's really in love with a guy played by Jessica Chastain, I think that's her name, has to leave the village to get the medicine. And that, and then she has a journey, and that's about it. But they end up, there's 2 people that get killed, so their experiment has completely failed. I actually really enjoyed it. I thought it was a very good film. It was very suspenseful. I didn't know what was going on because I couldn't remember it. Yes, I see you, Jax. What is it? What you wanted? What you wanted? I see you. What's it? Oh, it's a bird there as well. Is that what it is? Look at this. We've got a bird as well, and a dog. Hello, I see you. You very happy? Yes, I see you. So that was The Village. So I'm just going to move over and I'll show you what next is on DVD. I think I gave you a hint at it when I flipped it over in the last time. Also got a bit of sore throat. I'm sure I'm going to have a shower before I put this movie on, and then I will do that in a second. Let's get to the movie. So that is my thoughts on The Village. I thought it was very good. That one surprisingly doesn't have a Blu-ray yet, or a 4K, does it? Right, so let's get on to the next one. Let's see. Up myself up on my old knees. So the next one, because I kept it out because the cover, it's like they're double-sided. So the next one is John Travolta and Gotti, and I have never seen this. I have no idea what it's about. So, this DVD experiment is doing well. Even though I've only watched, this will be the fifth this would be the fifth, well, in just over 2 weeks, but I have been watching other stuff as well. So it's not like that, but I really need to make a bit more effort to make sure I get the five done within the 2 weeks for the video, because this is the Sunday morning watching. It's a bit of a push, shall we say, when I had plenty of other time to watch them. So right, let's get Gotti in the player, and we will do that, and then quick shower, and then I will put it on once I'm out. Hey folks, it's James here. My apologies for the tumble dryer in the background, but it is 11 o'clock on Sunday, and that means half price electricity, so the tumble dryer has to go on when it can. So I've just finished watching Gotti. It's a story of a New York crime lord, and it clearly is based on a true story because there was clips of news from the time and the guy's funeral, because ultimately he ended up dead, and he ended up dead in prison. Now, you could say that I was going to say the moral of the story, but there isn't a moral of the story in this one. It's more, I think, based on facts. Maybe it's based on a true story, maybe not. But what do you get from it? Now, it shows the underworld criminal Godfather type in New York, but it did show they had some morals in terms of they didn't shoot civilians. But were they bad, nasty people? Better watch, you could be watching. Yeah, they were. Did they have morals to some degree? Did they do really bad things? Yeah. Did they profit from their crimes? Yeah. And really, is that what the hard-working man should be aspiring to for their family? And ultimately, all of them ended up paying for it in some way. They might have been powerful and things like that for a while, but they ultimately ended up paying for it. Did I enjoy the movie? Yeah, I want to say, I think John Travolta's performance in it was good. Do I want to say that I really enjoyed the film? I did like it. It was pretty good. But I just don't think gangster movies are really the one for me. I do like Goodfellas. I did quite like that one, but it's just, I don't like seeing people profit for crimes and being big shots because they're causing misery. But what the people in the video were saying, because there was some real footage in it, was that when this guy was in charge, there was less crime on the streets, because if there was crime, in terms of inflicted on civilians, as they called them, then he would take care of it. But when he went away, then things got worse, and there was more violence, and there was more things that happened. But ultimately, it's a quandary. His family paid for it, he paid for it, but he became famous by doing really bad things. That's not a good person, is it? Ultimately. So that is my fifth movie, and that is Gotti. John Travolta stars. Sorry about that, I clicked the wrong button. And I'm going to put this video all together, and hopefully you'll enjoy my next minute. Hopefully you enjoyed my next installment of 5 forgotten DVD movies. Thanks guys, I'll catch you later.